The escape into Egypt. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up," he said. "Take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." Americans, we've been trying to escape since Eve and Adam ate of the fruit of knowledge. It's like we're searching for something, and when we think we got it, that's not that something. You're always looking for that special something that's going to make you feel that breath, that sigh of joy in God that you once felt. For whether you're a believer or non-believer, you have walked miracles of God. Atheists, like bullies, like criminals, atheists are very defensive and yet are ready to attack with names. "Oh, you're stupid," or "that's stupid." Let me explain to you. Evolution it's like explaining a miracle. How can you explain something so profound? It's not possible. It's just not possible. Suppose we've been trying to escape. Look at the richest of the richest. Look at the movie stars. Look at the celebrities. Suicide, can't stay married to the same person. It goes on and on and on and on. And that's normal. Lollipine was at the NBA. The Queen was beautiful. What a beautiful performance the Queen Latifah thought that was beautiful. But I have one thing to ask you. Before you ask for money, for a purpose of salvation, check out what you're condoning. It's like that woman, she was a white woman, was condoned when they asked her about that black girl woman being beat by her husband in the elevator. Like it didn't matter. Well, bitch, you should meet the giver of the goalpost of domestic violence. I know women like that condone domestic violence. I know neighborhoods like that condone more than domestic violence. They condone little girls and little boys being harmed most criminally. That's why Lollipine can sit there while tabloids, and if it weren't true, we're talking about greed, they would litigate. Because many have sued the Inquirer and other tabloids. I still cannot get it out of my mind. The Secret Service, even though history reflects they are of this administration. The shit is horrid. I mean, it is horrid, but it helps. It suffices. Don't say you care about children when you fucking don't. Don't say that, but you will. Okay, this is for breast cancer. It's hard. It's a difficult subject. I want you to take whatever has happened or walked in your life that has cost you great disarray of emotions, of thought, many questions of el mamá, por qué, why. I want you to find that. I want you to jump your wheel of time. And I want you to go to a place. Well, let's do the cancer thing. To those Americans who've had cancer, women and men, I found my cancer in the spring of 2003. I did as everyone recommended, from Pink to the Cancer Association. I scheduled an appointment with Providence Gleason in Portland, Oregon. They are transphobic, like homophobic, but just a different branch, different platform. Suffice, I went in there for my mammogram. And there was just a flurry. They kept on taking more and more and more and more. And then finally they said I could go home. Then a nurse walked up to me and told me, "Mrs. Ray, you need to get this looked into again as soon as possible." Well, I was going through a lot of shit at the Oregon Health Division. I mean, they threatened my life. The state registrar was my manager. She insisted we shared the same primary care provider. They decided what I was to take. They gave me too much medicine and I had a bipolar experience. They gave me Paxil, Abexer, and Prozac at the same time. And to be manic, oh my God. That is the most beautiful feeling I've ever had. Though I've been accused of it, but I know the difference now. That's why I say I know I'm well, because I know what it is to be manic. I was manic for over 6 weeks. Victor was beside himself. We had just separated. He could not leave. I said, you gotta leave, boy. I was manic because the state registrar, Jennifer Woodward, of the Oregon Health Division, walked an MD on me. She's a PhD. And my primary care, a nurse practitioner. So that's all this shit was going on. Then, oh, I love oath to do no harm. They left. I went in to have kidney stones removed. Urine travels back up in me. Surprise. That darling man left something in my kidney. My kidneys stopped functioning completely. It was like, and mind you, I had the best insurance. The best. The best. I was a state employee. I couldn't take no more. I couldn't take no more. When they mobbed my home, I told Victor, I gotta run, I gotta go. Then shortly thereafter, I broke it off. I said, after 9 years, I said, no, we can't more. So I decided to return to my home state of Texas. I knew I had breast cancer because I felt it growing. In Texas, I went to Galveston Medical Center. They have a history of giving me shock treatments. Well, this wasn't when I was young, this was when I was older. And with breast cancer, Dr. Early decided and convinced me that I was to have shock treatments. In the meantime, the cancer continued to grow. It was an aggressive form of cancer. I was already stage 2. I had gone from stage 1 to 2 from March to December. February was stage 3. Surprised they all examined me. It was quite apparent that I had breast cancer. I took my sister's hand and put it on my chest, and then I picked it up and I squeezed. I said, it's growing. I went to the same hospital, Brazosport Memorial Hospital in Lake Jackson. My nieces worked there as nurses and technicians. As they were taking me to another area, I turned and I saw my niece talking to the doctor. Doctor very excited. The doctor came to me and said, Miss Frey, you have breast cancer. You do not have insurance. more or less get out of the state. I then decided to return to California, my sanctuary. Unbeknownst to me, California had become a community of hate. I arrived here by now. I was already entering stage 4. I can tell that by the size. I entered the hospital at Good Samaritan on 2700 Wilshire with severe abdominal pain. On January 5th of 2005, Dr. John Kowalski, a prominent physician of the Lemke Institute and a 5-star doctor, I do believe, by Health Trends, decided to walk an eco. That darling Jewish motherfucker leaned against the examining door, pointed at the fetus that grew in my breast, and said Medi-Cal would not pay for it. Then he boldly escorted Orville and I to the door and told me in front of my husband that I was never to return to Good Samaritan Hospital or to his office. Later, a couple years later, I demanded my medical records. And unlike UCLA, who never gave me my medical records, never, like Dr. Banabat, survived 11 months. I walked with breast cancer. And it wasn't like it was hidden. It was growing. It was growing. It was growing. Finally, I went to this doctor up here on Grand Street by that hospital. This black nurse doctor refused to touch my breast. She said that her cousin was a trans woman like me. I asked her what the fuck that had to do with Disney. But anyway, she told me you need to drink a lot of water. It's just heavy. It's capsulated. I said, no ma'am. If it was capsulated, it wouldn't be growing. A few months later, they send me a request to go to USC because I had breast cancer. How many places knew I had breast cancer, including me? I went to UCLA, and there again, they misdiagnosed. No, it's not breast cancer. You're a trans woman. You cannot have breast cancer. I'm a trans woman. I had breast cancer. By this time, it had grown all the stages that they call. It was coming out of my areola. I call that internal medicine. I talked to that Jewish motherfucker. I said, let me tell you something, you son of a bitch. I had breast cancer. And I demand an aspiration of what is growing out of me. Oh, got off work. He was working for the Sheridans. Oh, that bitch. Oh, that fucking bitch. By the time he got home, I was dressed. We arrived at UCLA about 5:30, close to 6. They took me into a small room, and a doctor came in with a needle and says, now this will hurt. And I said, no, it won't. It's cancer. What hurts is the muscle around it. She came back within a few minutes and told me I had breast cancer. I found my cancer when it was but a pebble. Now it was the size of a baby. 27 centimeters long. 22 wide. My treatment was an abomination, to oath to do no harm to humanity. As if though bad was not bad enough. They insisted on admitting me that night. UCLA, as y'all probably know, is a teaching institute. They had these residents. Suffice, Gomer came back home to do his thing in the neighborhood with these people. A resident walked in and told me, Miss Sprague, you have AIDS. Your blood is attacking itself. You have AIDS. I was stunned. I was monogamous with Victor. I just couldn't understand well. Surprised that whole night I wondered what the fuck. The next morning my doctor came in and I told him of the conversation. He looked over at the resident and said, Miss Frey, you don't have AIDS. The cancer is attacking your bloodstream. Now I want you to think about what he said. The cancer was attacking my bloodstream. How long do you think the Iris Cancer Center of UCLA made me wait to have surgery? How long? My blood was being attacked by the cancer. They thought I had AIDS. Well, the resident did. And that son of a bitch didn't even apologize for his misdiagnosis. Surprised they made me wait till November 15th. I think it was 2 or 3 months. 2 months. And it continued to grow. It didn't say, well, Nicole, they're going to take it out on November 15th at 6 in the morning. Don't worry about it. We're going to stop growing. And then, if that was not bad enough, UCLA, because I am trans woman, treated me differently. They had to discuss if it was alright for me to attend a multi for other cancer victims. Everybody, when we went to that, when we went to that meeting, there were women all around us with their husbands. Oh. There was one woman there with Medi-Cal. They didn't want she and I to speak. Isn't something? That's UCLA. Oh. I don't know what was going on. I know my surgery was scheduled, but yet I hadn't been spoken to about anything. And the thing continued to grow. I have it on my Facebook and I have others. Oh. We arrived at 6 in the morning. They took us to the back.
I'm making like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Make some biscuits. Or I'll make them. It's okay. No, I'm not, Orville. I'm not. And the hardest part, I walked it alone. I was to be released that day after a full mastectomy. The nurses were outraged. This is before Obamacare. Now they want you out the moment you're finished. Oh. It was quite a pace. Iris Cancer Center said I did nothing to me but hold me. Then they waited until they did surgery in November. They waited into February to decide whether they were going to give me chemo and radiation. One of the nurses feared that my cancer would return to my spine. It is the doctors that I find are sons of bitches, and the technicians. I didn't want chemotherapy. I don't want to ever be sick like that. Ever. I took the radiation. The technicians at UCLA were horrid. Very horrid. They had planned to do a reconstruction. I don't know why they didn't do it at the same time. Surprise, they wormed their way out of that. Oh, it was just horrid, horrid, horrid. And then when I demanded an explanation, the police force, like the terrorist police here in Los Angeles, we would walk in, and there was this one little short one, little white man. Why do those little shrimps are always the most gun-ho to destroy? A nurse had to come out and say, no, to fuck off of me. They gave me a promise to reconstruct my breast.
Jimmy, I watched the download. We're going to wait till tomorrow, but we don't have no butter. We have a lot of bread.
Anyway.
Tomorrow we make biscuits.
Anyway. I got very angry. A nurse at 420, building 420, said that they had to consider the time of the doctor before they would consider doing surgery on me. And then when I responded to that, I responded to it. I said, you made a promise. My insurance pays for it. Then they said I was too heavy. So they got away with it. They got away with it. Just like Good Samaritan and John Kowalski got away with walking. A free will to harm. To harm. To harm. And then my breast reconstruction, finally. I went through horrid doctors, like, oh, it was just horrid. And then they got these Mexican receptionists. Oh my God, egos. And they're definitely homophobic. Baby, I'm not a queer. I promise. I never was. Surprise. Everything from the most basic of maintenance for diabetes became a challenge for the for-profit insurance anthem, Blue Cross. and egos like LGBTQ on Trader. Them motherfucking homosexuals. They killed me twice. In less than 30 minutes. They have this dyke named Maddie that's doing the transsexuals now. She ridiculed me because I refused to wear the prosthesis. Then they stopped my medication, cold turkey, that I was forced to take to keep my job after 911. I was most ill. Well, then finally, Dr. David Kowalski, no, what the hell is his name? Dr. David Kohlberg. He is the director of plastic surgery of Cedars. My care was like a Plaid Pantry Express. They had put in an inflator, which I didn't ask for. Anyway, it had got infected. I did not have the money or the coin to pay for another, oh my God, another operating room. I just didn't have it. I insisted to be awake during the surgery. They numbed it. I began my biofeedback and TM meditation and what have you, praying. You know, with egos like Dr. Kohlberg, they say whatever the fuck they want. Look what he did to me. He said, look, she's seen me sleep. I said, no, Gomer. And then they took out this insert.
We got him out.
It was infected.
Come here.
With MRSA
Yeah, come on. Get it,
and E. coli.
Oh, cap. It's okay. That's okay. I thought it was, I didn't know what it was.
I was stunned. And you're going to just toss it in the garbage. I said, and I was on the table, mind you, cut open. I said, wait a minute, Kohlberg. You take that goddamn thing down to the lab and you have it tested. He got upset. I didn't give a dang. That's care. Then the sons of beaches because I got MRSA. And E. coli.
That was their point.
MRSA was their fault. E. coli was his fault.
What?
That whore on Miranda from Sheridan, her little child had an issue at 4 years old with aiming his buttocks at the toilet. This survived 261 days. My girls and my back wept MRSA and E. coli. 261 days.
Grace, no. Shh. No. No.
During this time,
No. No.
not only was I dealing with,
Take it somewhere else.
I was also dealing with my neighbors,
She did.
homosexuals who peeped on me. Not for lust,
I told her take it somewhere else.
just to keep a job. 261 days. Sometimes things were coming out of my shot. I didn't even know what the hell it was. Three lines attached. Dr. Kohlberg had suggested I take time off to heal,
No, Grace.
which I did.
No. No.
I immersed myself in prayer and grace. It shall fall. It's spiritual. Thus, I began to heal. No, David, it makes me calm. I wish you would ask me before you roll the next one, Orville, so we can both be enjoyed at the same time. Anyway, I would not heal. I could not heal. Come to find out, our radiator was escaping carbon monoxide poisoning. Also, the stove was escaping carbon monoxide poisoning. I would sit in front of it, the radiator, because it's so cold in there. You sit in front of it, unclothed, as carbon monoxide seeped into my open wounds. I would not heal. Dr. Kohlberg talked to Dr. Tim Nevon that I needed to be put in the hyperbaric chamber so my wounds would begin to heal. And I am claustrophobic. Okay. Being Dr. Tim Nevon got his little queer homosexual ego hurt. I don't put up with bullshit from anybody, whether it be from the president or to the audacity beating his meat in the car in front of a school. I stand down to no fool. Suffice, Dr. Ted Nevon tried to be Obama with Obama's ego. He denied me hyperbaric chamber treatment from the Olympia Medical up here on Olympic. He denied me. And he knew I was not healing. He knew it. He did the artwork on my nipples. They were beautiful. And the International Refugee Mission wrote the Hitler on them. And not even an I'm sorry. Suffice, Dr. Nevon refused me treatment. I cornered him, Dr. Kohlberg, and Heidi Sikorsky. and all were there. And Dr. Kohlberg said, "I'm sorry, Nicole." Dr. Ted Naman said, Dr. Naman said he will not give you the treatment. I said, "I'm not healing." Well, I forced the fucking issue. I started my treatment. Then they were having problems with my heart rate. I kept on going down below 55. And then my skin started turning gray. I had 5 treatments full, and then I freaked out. I couldn't stay in the chamber, even though it's glass. I don't see how Michael Jackson did that shit. Anyway, I just couldn't do it, so I got out. And all I knew right there and then, if I was going to survive, it wouldn't be through some doctor or some clinic or some. It's going to be through God. Suffice, I healed. Then I tried to call Dr. Kohlberg's office. Then sons of bitches, I mean that motherfucking Jew backslided. I mean, he went back on his promises and everything. Then I went to Joyce Saul Breast Foundation right there at Cedars. And it was hard to find. Dr. Kohlberg's office would not give me directions, correct ones. And then you ask security, and they'll send you the roundabout about. Then when I got to Saul and Joyce, finally, it wasn't the director I spoke, but a clerk. And she said she was the director. My breast will be completed. And you lucky I've already been Mansfield. And Maryland, oh that was fabulous. Oh, that was fabulous. But baby, I'm 63 years old. I am not looking for perfection. That is gone. What I am looking for in just cause is to be restored. I don't give a good goddamn my breast cancer. Whatever. I want nipples on my breast. And yet, that is not possible. From UCLA to run with your cure to pink. Pink, I take the color, bitch. It's not your color, pick another color. No. America, healthcare is bad. I remember when my mama was dying, she told the doctor, I can't eat. The doctor knew she was dying. And the son of a bitch, old piece of white trash, hard trash. Well, force yourself to eat. Or something. Oh. Obamacare is bad. I mean, yeah, it helps some, but that some don't reach the promise of everyone. This is just a brief. I'm going to do another one. I want this to go up with a petition that I'm doing for breast cancer and cancer in general. I want the United States of American cancer victims to join me in saying the cancer treatment should not be denied or reconstruction denied according to the profiling of Jewish doctors, Russian doctors, the cream of the cream. Join with us that when a woman goes into a doctor's office or comes into the emergency room and is admitted, and x-rays reflect what is growing, what right do you have to take what is law and say, no, Medi-Cal does not pay for that? My mouth is not restored because UCLA, Black Pantry Care of maxillofacial reconstruction got their feelings hurt because I told a little Chinaman, a little Mexican hygienist, you're gonna be making good money. Just because you repair my mouth or provide a service does not give you the right to criticize in my presence or to make conclusions. How many as I have walked the ego of oath to do no harm? I know one. A student at East Los Angeles Occupational Center. She had just had a baby. Her breast
You keep her.
had become
Yours.
they let her stay like that for over a week before they addressed the issue of her breast. Do you think there was a scar left on her breast? Health care is bad. Medical advances are grace from God. Doctors reflecting the egos of Good Samaritan Hospital, John Kowalski, the University of Southern California Cancer Center, Dr. David Ginsburg, professor of medicine, who called me trash in front of his fellow and my husband. I had taken special care and bathe that day. UCLA, Dr. David Sigmund, professor of medicine. Dr. Phillips, he provided my surgery from the Iris Cancer Center. They treated me like shit because I was poor. Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital, where a man came into my room without knocking at midnight. Where a man when Ballet Park and at Hollywood Presbyterian surrounded me as my husband went to go get Henry, our truck, and the escort tried to protect me. Little nasty Mexicans jumped up and down like a gizmo, laughing and fawning. A Hollywood Presbyterian is run by Russians, owned by Russians. To Jeffrey Goodman Clinic on Schrader, where they murdered me twice. Not because it had to happen, because Dr. John Hodges refused to listen to a patient who said, Dr. Hodges, I take Lantus 100 units in the morning. I take Humalog 1520. I take Similan. So by 11 in the morning, I'll be dead. He refused to listen. Dr. Hodges was present. The nurses called him twice. The first time, the nurse told him she is code blue. We don't feel a pulse. The second time, the patient, can you give me more coffee, please?
There's no coffee. There's no creamer. I can make coffee.
Anyway, the second time,
You want coffee? I'll make coffee.
they
Not
called
the same.
him and they said, she's cold blue again. A patient with AIDS had started to weep. It was most odd. Finally, a male nurse came. For liability, they wouldn't even allow Orville to come back and help me get up and leave. They wouldn't even help me. I had to grab walls. That's how queers are. They're sons of bitches just like the straight people. America, you're like Bill Murray. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And things aren't better. They're not. Not for poor white America. And like I said before, if you're planning a vacation to Los Angeles, I strongly advise you, as a resident of Los Angeles, it is not safe here. It's not. What are you going to do? Take a chance and take your children to Disneyland? No. Find a place close to home. Know your state before you go spend money in another state. That everyone knows is breaking every venue, every law, from immigration to employment. Why will you give to an economy that is not American? Stay in your state. Learn your neighborhood, your state. It's so dangerous here. All you hear is those armed helicopters flying above. That's dangerous. And I know when I go out, prostitution is pandemic. Do you want to take your children, your family to a place where they're going to run into hoes, drug addicts, pimps? Meet your state, greeted in salutations. Change the world that walks there. And what do you witness? California has always been a leader. Now it is a leader in decay. Everything is broke. And I don't care how many buildings you build, how much money you make, it's never going to be enough. Never. Suffice in grace of God, 1 hour and 2 minutes. I will do more, but it'll be inside. Isn't it something, America? As New England, Boston, extreme weather, storms, very bad storms, very bad storms. Yet in America, in an American community, it is not safe to sit on your veranda. For immigrants, both legal and illegal, walk their culture as cops walk their conspiracies. No, America. Truth telling is, what do you want for your America? What do you want? What do you want for your children this summer? If you are blessed that you could have a vacation, what do you want? What do you want your children to remember? In grace of God be blessed, and amen of amens. I will be doing this video over again, and I will get better, and the end result will be a thought changer. Because what I say, you already know. People go to the emergency room at Good Samaritan. They go one day, they tell them to go away and come back the next day. They go back the next day, they tell them to come back another day. The buses stop running at 12. Our government is not helping the poor, neither Mexican, white, brown, yellow, green, whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? In grace be blessed. I'm going to go make some biscuits. Y'all be blessed. Amen. Amen.